K-pop is eating itself alive. K-pop is dying. K-pop, as we know it, needs to change. You name the sentiment. 2024, while full of things that we can celebrate in K-pop, shout out to my best friend K-pop Junkie, has got to be one of the worst years for K-pop. And December 2024 alone is ending K-pop's year in the lowest note we have ever seen in years. I don't have to say it, but I will. Seunghan being brought back to RIIZE only to be kicked out 2 days after. New Jeans and their fallout with ADOR and HYBE. MADEIN's Gaeun SA'd by the 143 Entertainment CEO. And the straw that broke the camel's back, KG, leaving VCHA and suing JYP Entertainment for abuse and mistreatment. But why is KG leaving VCHA the last straw for me? After all, VCHA doesn't technically fall under K-pop, right? Well, you are right. They're still trained up in the K-pop system. They're managed by JYP USA, a separate independent branch based in LA. And one thing in KG's statement not only caught my attention, but a big handful of fans out there. I'm quoting her right here. "I do not blame anyone for the treatment endured, but feel this is an issue that lies deep embedded in the K-pop industry." She does not blame any singular individual. She does not blame JYP himself, but rather the K-pop industry itself. And granted, this was after her mentioning that VCHA and probably, oh my god, probably every K-pop group out there are working in an environment that encourages eating disorders, self-harm, and encourages such working and living conditions that led to one of the VCHA members to attempt suicide. This is insane. This is insane. Oh, eating disorders in K-pop is nothing new. That's how they're all so skinny. Beauty standards and culture are just different from Western culture, right? You could never understand, you filthy American. And to that sentiment, I say, hey, shut up. We almost lost another life. This is much bigger than music norms, than body image, and oh, we've seen this before, this is nothing new, just take... If you are here with that mindset, I suggest that you leave, because this is not the video for you, because I have no nice words to say to anyone who will just shrug this off like it's another Tuesday at work. If you are here to dismiss the real struggles that these girls have been through, not even just VCHA, but every single idol and every single trainee in this industry, if you are here to discredit all of that, I suggest you leave right now. Remove the term idol from your vocabulary. Remove K-pop industry and beauty standards from your vernacular, okay? Listen to me. We almost lost another life. How is this not clicking for some of you? Honestly, this isn't about music anymore. This isn't about upholding cultural norms, how things have always been. This isn't about music show wins or groups losing their sound and when the next comeback is. This is human lives. Like, I couldn't care less if all of these groups on my wall never have a comeback again. If more lives, more people like them have to suffer like this. And you know what the tying factor is to all of this? Is that they are all so young. They are in the stage that BTS calls the most beautiful moment in life. And they're only being met with mistreatment, slander, hatred, and words meant for a criminal. These kids are being traumatized for life. These are chains that they're going to be carrying with them for the rest of their life. And for what? Not fitting the idol image, defending their basic human rights, for wanting their company, who should be protecting them, to be held accountable for their injustices against their health, for a single nourishing meal, and for, I don't know, not wanting to be assaulted against her will. And some punks out there will still have the audacity to say, oh, this has been around in our industry. This has been around in K-pop. These are just teenagers ranting online. Just shut up. I am tired of people constantly invalidating and dismissing the struggles of all of these idols and all of these trainees just because it's part of the industry. Like, this is what it takes to be a K-pop idol. If you can't take it, then you don't deserve to be an idol. You auditioned to be a K-pop idol, did you? It's part of the culture. It's been part of this culture for so long. This is the history and what it takes to be a K-pop idol. Like, boy, someone almost died. Someone almost died. I am not going to guess which member it is. It is not my place, and it is not appropriate at all to say who it was. But somebody so young and so talented and brimming with potential, almost gone. Just like that. Like a candle in the wind. And you know what the saddest part is? Is that this industry is just going to continue unchanged. This wind is just going to keep on blowing. Now the knee-jerk reaction would to just be, oh, boycott JYP Entertainment, boycott SM Entertainment like we're doing with RIIZE, boycott the entire K-pop industry and hit them where it hurts, hit them in their pockets. And yes, I do agree. In fact, I'm actually actively taking part in the RIIZE SM boycott since Seunghan was removed from RIIZE for just simply being a human. But my friends, I am losing my spark fast. I am losing my spark fast. This month alone has drained me as a K-pop fan more than I've ever been since second generation. Almost all of my creative juice is gone. I straight up don't want to make content right now. I don't have it in me to muster up the courage to make content because every time I think about it, I just think of this. I have never felt demoralized about making content until today. But enough about me. This is about the idols and the trainees who sacrificed years of their life just to get to where they are today, just for a chance to get to where they are at today, only to be met with mistreatment and prejudice and injustice. K-pop used to be a place of community and togetherness and supporting each other regardless of where you came from. But now everyone, companies and fans alike, are at each other's throats, accusing each other, sneering at each other like they're each other's worst enemy just for not understanding the other's viewpoint. And I'm like, everyone, just stop fighting. Just stop hurting each other. Do we not bleed the same color? Do our feet not touch the same ground? There is a very good reason why I don't ever make videos like this. It makes you uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. It's not pleasant talking about this stuff. I know I'm treading into dangerous territory right now, and I know I'm gonna get some sort of backlash and some sort of hate from making this video in the first place, but guys, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out hard right now. I'm crashing out so hard right now. I love K-pop. I love K-pop so much. This genre has brought so many good things into my life. This genre alone brought so many good people into my life. Not just the idols, but many of my friends who are watching this video right now. It's brought all of you here. It's brought every single person that you've ever seen on this channel to my life. Without K-pop, I wouldn't have had a passion. Without this genre, I wouldn't have pursued my dreams of being a content creator. Without K-pop, I wouldn't have had such a great sibling relationship with my sister. I would have never grown this close with her. And without K-pop, I wouldn't have been here. But my friends, I don't know if I could take it anymore. I don't know how much longer I can stand here and feel helpless and powerless while hundreds, if not thousands, of idols and trainees out there are suffering behind the scenes that we have no idea about. Heck, VCHA disappeared for that long of time, and we had no idea what was happening behind the scenes. Mind you, KG's statement came out in December. She said that she left the group in May. This was before KCON. We had no idea any of this, whether if it's real or false, we had no idea that any of this was happening behind the scenes to them. What more than all of your faves? And we're just here bickering about how idols should be and how we don't understand Korean culture. For some of you, you may have already reached this point a long time ago. Some of you might be having your shaking your fist at the wind moment right now, saying, hey, I told you so. This industry is toxic. You just wouldn't listen to me. You can leave K-pop right now. You could have left a long time ago with all of us. You can leave right now. So who's stopping you now, buddy? And you know what? Part of me says you're right. Part of me says you're right. This industry is toxic. It's in this video's title right now. It's eating itself alive like an Ouroboros. Like, yippee! Winner's you! Congratulations! What's your prize? A disillusioned K-pop YouTuber? And another young woman's life almost being added to the moon and the stars. Congratulations. There's nothing good about being the one who said, I told you so. We're both just as stressed and crashed out. The only difference is that one is more optimistic than the other, and the more optimistic one probably has a bigger heart than you do, and decides to act with that bigger heart rather than having their know-it-all attitude fuel their apathy, paradoxically contributing to the exact factors that almost made a young girl take her own life. How many more? How many more? How many more idols must suffer, must cry, must scream, must say, no, I don't like it. Say, please stop. Say, no, I can't do this anymore. No, take idol out of the sentence. How many people must have their basic human rights denied for our 2 to 3 minutes of entertainment? Tell me, viewer, which one on my wall is next? Huh? Let's hear it, boss. We have 66 K-pop idols on my walls as we speak right now. 66 idols to choose from. You're so wise and understanding of Korean culture, right? Right? Enlighten this filthy American, would ya? Surely you can tell me which one of them is next in line to terminate their contracts early, right? Or better yet, because you're so smart, you can tell me which one of them will terminate their lives early, right? With all of your unending wisdom of culture, can tell me which one of their names can be written next to Moonbin's, right? Yeah, I thought not. How unhinged do I need to get this point across? How many names must be added to the wreaths of the lives taken too soon? How many times must I say it before I walk into the ocean? K-pop idols are humans. Treat them like humans. Live with them like humans. Let them be humans. Yes, they are immaculately beautiful and insanely talented and OP, like God pushed all of the dials on the talent board to the max. But they should also be allowed to make mistakes and learn from them and be people at their age. Let idols date. Let idols eat. Let them see their friends and families. Let idols simply be and play and exist where they want to be, play, and exist. I genuinely don't care anymore. If that's not what idols should be, if they're like that, they shouldn't be an idol in the first place. I couldn't care less. You know why? It's killing them. It's killing them. This industry and how it is right now, it's killing them. this industry's incessant need to debut younger and younger idols, so young to the point where their baby teeth are falling out mid-recording, they are robbing children of their childhoods. The teens with their most pivotal points of development in their lives, corrupting young adult viewpoint of the world to just please investors and to break into the global market without considering the opinions of their global audience. I am just one of millions to say this. K-pop has to change. These companies need to actually, tangibly protect their artists. They need to actually and tangibly nurture their artists. I do not want the next Big Bang. I do not want the next Girls' Generation. I do not want the next aespa, the next Stray Kids, the next BTS, the next ATEEZ. I want none of that. I want all of our K-pop idols to be happy, to be healthy, and treated with some respect. Why is that so hard to ask? And after all of this, and with all of my experiences within this past year alone with the industry and all the idols that I've had the honor and the privilege of meeting in person, it makes me want to hug them, tell them it's all going to be okay. But I know with how this industry is, I can only dream of it. As one breeze in the RIIZE boycott fan community once said, I am nothing more than a teardrop in an ocean of fans. At the end of the day, idols are celebrities and everything that comes with it, both good and bad. Realistically, I, as a singular K-pop fan, have little to no power to make any significant change. But all who come to this crossroad are met with a decision to stop and quit K-pop right now and walk away while they have the chance and find another hyperfixation in life, or keep going. And despite crashing out on SYJofficial, this is my choice. I am going to continue to support these artists, and these artists alone, in any way that I can. After all this, I'd stay. Why? Because I met some of these idols. Some were small, fleeting moments either behind plexiglass or a few feet above me on a stage, while others were hand-to-hand conversations between person to person. Words just can't describe the feeling of getting to see the people who you admire exclusively behind a screen right in front of you, making lasting eye contact and meaningful interaction with you, let alone talking with you, laughing with you, and having a good, authentic time with you. And being in a crowd surrounded with people with that exact same love and passion. I can't possibly leave, and it's not me. I don't have it in me to turn my heart away from all of them. So I make this as my vow. Every single K-pop artist that I come across from this point forward, whether it be from behind a screen like you're witnessing me right now, or face to face, they are human first, idol second to me. I will make every effort to have a real, authentic, human interaction with them, show them my actual appreciation for their talents and for their hard work, to show them, yeah, those years of suffering did pay off. I did make it. I have an amazing privilege to access all of these opportunities in the first place, to even come close to telling these idols how much they mean to me, and to have this platform to share with the K-pop community that I will never take for granted. I stand here with posters on my wall of the people I admire, their mascot plushies on my bed that's growing to an unhealthy degree, to their light sticks and signed Polaroids above my height at all times. I am a K-pop fan. Through and through. K-pop is eating itself alive. Yes, part of K-pop, in addition to the idols, are the fans. And each fan has a voice. I have this platform and this voice for a reason, and I am going to use it for good, and I will not be consumed without a fight. Everything we've built here thus far in bringing humanity back to K-pop is just the beginning. Nasri, I understand it now. This is only the beginning. I am not offering a solution to the industry that couldn't care less what a dirty American like me would think. What I am offering is a chance to be better. To you, to me, to these companies, to the idols. I can't change the idol industry, but we can change how we interact with it, how we treat it, how we value it. No, how we interact with them, how we treat them, how we value them. KG, thank you for speaking up. Your bravery and every idol who is now raising their voice against this toxic, prejudiced industry has the K-pop fan community's full appreciation and support. I will say this now, and I will keep saying this until K-pop idols get the rights and justice they deserve, even long after this channel is gone. K-pop idols are humans. Thanks for watching.